that I made up. You say my name like words that I made up. You say my name like.
I'ma get it on the floor.
You really about to do it?
40 acres in the mule. This is bigger than the music.
You really about to do it?
Yeah, they tried to rig the game, but you can't fake influence.
They get on it like that.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up the skull. Walking down the whole time, I know he got some hoe. Pull, extort, bully the fro. Say Drake, I hit you like I'm young. You bet I ever go to cell block.
So by now, we've all seen the Kendrick Lamar Super Bowl halftime show. It wasn't that it didn't give, it just wasn't given enough. It was rather stingy. And what people don't understand with these performances, typically the NFL or whomever is hosting does not pay for the performance, i.e. the stage, the pyrotechnics, the special guest, all that fun shit usually is funded by the record label or the artist himself. There's something very blue light special about this performance, balling on a budget, a tight budget, which doesn't make a lot of sense because I always assumed that Kendrick Lamar had some kind of wealth. I mean, he has multiple hit albums, tours pretty often. There was something very, I don't know, Walmart-ish about this performance. It's very, very cheap in that regard. And I get it, like every performance doesn't require, people descending from the ceiling, or I get it. It's a hip hop show, so it's not supposed to have as much razzle and dazzle. But nigga, this is the Super Bowl halftime show, so you need to do something. You gotta do a lot more than what we got ultimately. So in many ways, this performance it's not exactly an L. Because number one, you're on the Super Bowl, so not an L in that department. And the only person who got an L that night was fucking Kansas City. But it's very L adjacent. What's between an L and a W? What's between an L and a W? Well, an M for mid, because that was some mediocre ass shit right there. I'm not a person who's so up Kendrick's ass, they're like, oh my God, everything he does is great.
The halftime show wasn't supposed to be entertainment. It was a message laced with symbolism about our government and control. In the lyrics, the revolution about to be televised. Right time for the wrong guy. Kendrick warned the audience to pay close attention. Samuel L. Jackson dressed as Uncle Sam, a national personification of the United States, symbolizing our government and our military. Uncle Sam represents patriotism and national identity. But with Samuel L. Jackson playing Uncle Sam, Kendrick was making a statement. He was telling his people to get ready. The division of the American flag highlighted the division in America. The Crips dressed in blue, the Bloods dressed in red. Together, they symbolized our country coming together in unity. The stars and the stripes were divided, illuminating the division in America. Serena Williams' hands shone, lifting the people up. This was more than just a halftime show.
No, that wasn't great. That was rather average. And it was Black History Month. You could have done so much more, and you just chose not to. But you did take some shots at Drake, which is starting to become a recurring narrative. I mean, I get it. You don't like the guy. He's a culture vulture, and you want him up out of here. Totally get it. I'm on your side for the most part. But the narrative of your identity being intrinsically linked to his downfall is really starting to make a lot more sense. It's like, and then it's so apparent that only an ignorant person could ignore the reality. This could be one of those situations where they're trying to get rid of Drake and Kendrick at the same time. Yeah, the Illuminati has allowed you to sit on their lap, Kendrick. But there could be some consequences for dancing with this devil. And this is your first indication that it takes a lot more than just the machine to back you up to sustain public intrigue. DJ Akademiks did a strange victory lap as if somehow he won something. See, DJ Akademiks admitted to being a part of leaking and undermining the NFL halftime show. He even admits to collaborating with someone who works for the NFL or someone who works for the stadium, somebody close to the event, with the goal of sabotaging it. Now that's a really dumb Livingston to admit that you were a part of such a thing, as if you can't be sued, but it just goes to show you how thirsty you are. Thirsty you are for some type of Drake acknowledgement, and he's never going to really acknowledge you like that, but play the clip.
You niggas don't leak shit, y'all niggas suck dick. I told y'all what's gonna happen. It fucking happened. You nigga like, yo, nothing bigger than the chat, nigga. Let me tell you, I got that nigga Kendrick's fucking Super Bowl performance. A nigga who worked at the fucking arena is a chat nigga. Fuck who, niggas labels tight to me, and they pay me. But we gonna work it out. Can't beat the chat. Stop it. You heard what I'm saying? That's how I got it.
I took your card and that was it.
Get my Interscope. How'd you get it? The NFL hit me. Act, we gonna sue you. Well, dude, I told him, I said, I'm gonna call him Drake. No, I Drake my mans, but y'all gonna sue me? Because I don't sue. Actually, I would sue. I'm playing. Actually, I would. Anyway, they said, they sent me an email this morning. They said, don't mention the track list. Because apparently when we leaked it, they got paranoid. You know what I did? I went live on Rumble. Shout out to Rumble. I went live on Twitter, and I leaked that bitch. I just want to show y'all, any of y'all journalists who ever think y'all on my level, suck a dick. I'm going to end it like that, because I don't fuck with none of y'all. I seen all y'all trying to kick my back in because y'all thought I was done. I'm going to keep leaking everything. I don't fuck with y'all. I don't fuck with Kendrick. I don't fuck with no artist. It's going to be like that for life. Just keep sucking dick and keep getting info from me.
Wow, Akademiks, you had a lot to say. Where did you stream that? On Kick? Oh yeah, that's right. You wouldn't be on Kick now, would you? Before any of you guys start with Azure, what's hip-hop about suing? You guys were just complaining about Drake suing. Well, it's not the same thing. Number one, Drake was suing because he got drug in a diss record. A diss record that was very careful with its language. It made a lot of implications, but it didn't make a direct allegation for the most part. What DJ Akademiks admitted to doing was collaborating with someone who works either for the NFL or the stadium to undermine the show. And this show is a multi-million-dollar investment. I would even say billion-dollar investment. And if you think these people will allow you to play in their face just so you can get some motherfucking streaming clout, Livingston, you got another thing coming to you. But let's see how that plays out. Another person who had something interesting to say about the performance was problematic rapper Lil Boosie. Lil Boosie says in a tweet, just imagine how Drake feel after boosting so many artists' careers with his features. And the same motherfuckers ain't got shit to say positive about this dude. This weak as fuck to me. And on God, if I was Drake, nobody could ever get another feature from me on Bleak. Well, Boosie, no one really wants the Drake feature anymore. I mean, there's countless other rappers you can reach out to, and Drake is kind of nuclear at this point. No one really wants a feature from him. He goes on to say, and I'm not siding with nobody, just speaking facts. I'm a Scorpio. I don't take betrayal good at all. I've been my feelings. Oh, I be in my feelings? Is that what he's... Nigga, you are like 50. It just really grinds my gears when people who are this old use these horrible hashtags. I mean, like, come on now. We gotta do better than this. Okay. And lastly, he said, congrats to K. Lamar. Good performance, but Louisiana had enough artists to do their own lineup. I'm gonna say it. All right, let me put it to you like this. The Super Bowl has never had the history of aligning their halftime performance with wherever the Super Bowl is being hosted. I.e., just because the Super Bowl is being hosted in Louisiana does not mean we have to get a bunch of bounce artists to motherfucking perform the Super Bowl. Okay? So that's that on that. And it's interesting that both Boosie and DJ Akademiks, both of them who have been known to target minors for sexual interactions, are all supporting Drake.
My 9-year-old, 10-year-old, I showed all of them how to put on rubber. Before you even start having sex, I done showed my sons how to put on rubber. Ain't finna get my son no motherfucking shit out here. I'm training them boys right. Ask in there my nephew. Ask in them. Ask my son. Yeah. They were 12, 13. They got head. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be. Yeah, hell yeah, I got my fucking son dick sucked. You fucking right. Yes, a grown woman. Grown, super grown. Super grown. Checked his ass out. Checked all my nephews out. Super grown. Is she grown? She checked me out. I know what the fuck she did to them.